Niggas be talking about heartbreaks and shit. Ain't nothing worse than having to cut off your favorite eater, my nigga. Ain't shit worse than that. It don't get no worse than that. Cause it's like you ain't have to go nowhere. Like, why'd you have to start tweaking? Why'd you have to do that? You didn't have to do anything. Shit was going so smooth before you did that dumbass shit that you did. And now we here. On days unate. Get ate. They don't eat the same. Shit crazy. Bro. Niggas be talking about heartbreaks and shit. Ain't nothing worse than having to cut off your favorite eater, my nigga. Ain't shit worse than that. It don't get no worse than that. Cause it's like you ain't have to go nowhere. Like, why'd you have to start tweaking? Why'd you have to do that? You didn't have to do anything. Shit was going so smooth before you did that dumbass shit that you did. And now we here. On days unate. Get ate. They don't eat the same. Shit crazy. Bro. Niggas be talking about heartbreaks and shit. Ain't nothing worse than having to cut off your favorite eater, my nigga. Ain't shit worse than that. It don't get no worse than that. Cause it's like you ain't have to go nowhere. Like, why'd you have to start tweaking? Why'd you have to do that? You didn't have to do anything. Shit was going so smooth before you did that dumbass shit that you did. And now we here. On days unate. Get ate. They don't eat the same. Shit crazy. Bro. Niggas be talking about heartbreaks and shit. Ain't nothing worse than having to cut off your favorite eater, my nigga. Ain't shit worse than that. It don't get no worse than that. Cause it's like you ain't have to go nowhere. Like, why'd you have to start tweaking? Why'd you have to do that? You didn't have to do anything. Shit was going so smooth before you did that dumbass shit that you did. And now we here. On days unate. Get ate. They don't eat the same. Shit crazy. Bro. Niggas be talking about heartbreaks and shit. Ain't nothing worse than having to cut off your favorite eater, my nigga. Ain't shit worse than that. It don't get no worse than that. Cause it's like you ain't have to go nowhere. Like, why'd you have to start tweaking? Why'd you have to do that? You didn't have to do anything. Shit was going so smooth before you did that dumbass shit that you did. And now we here. On days unate. Get ate. They don't eat the same. Shit crazy. Bro. Niggas be talking about heartbreaks and shit. Ain't nothing worse than having to cut off your favorite eater, my nigga. Ain't shit worse than that. It don't get no worse than that. Cause it's like you ain't have to go nowhere. Like, why'd you have to start tweaking? Why'd you have to do that? You didn't have to do anything. Shit was going so smooth before you did that dumbass shit that you did. And now we here. On days unate. Get ate. They don't eat the same. Shit crazy. Bro. Niggas be talking about heartbreaks and shit. Ain't nothing worse than having to cut off your favorite eater, my nigga. Ain't shit worse than that. It don't get no worse than that. Cause it's like you ain't have to go nowhere. Like, why'd you have to start tweaking? Why'd you have to do that? You didn't have to do anything. Shit was going so smooth before you did that dumbass shit that you did. And now we here. On days unate. Get ate. They don't eat the same. Shit crazy. Bro. Niggas be talking about heartbreaks and shit. Ain't nothing worse than having to cut off your favorite eater, my nigga. Ain't shit worse than that. It don't get no worse than that. Cause it's like you ain't have to go nowhere. Like why'd you have to start tweaking? Why'd you have to do that? You didn't have to do anything. Shit was going so smooth before you did that dumbass shit that you did. And now we here. On days unate and shit. Get eight. They don't eat the same. Shit crazy. Bro, niggas be talking about heart.
Pain. Painery.
Immediate pain.
Straight up wounded. And thanks for joining us in the chat, my man. And Rockmore. Hopefully you guys are checking him out on Thursdays as well. That is Ant Rockmore from the Ant Money Experience. I'm not sure if he's back Thursday on 8. He was on Thursday at 7 the other night, but usually 7 or 8. Check him out on YouTube as well. Part of the big exclusive network. But man. Listen, I am your favorite coach's favorite coach. Your favorite fat freckle man, the big dog himself. Who? And this is, of course, the Life Be Lifing podcast. Yeah. And because this is sex ed for grown folks, we have our course instructor with us yet again. The one and only, the incomparable Miss Tommy.
I'm in mourning, y'all. I absolutely lost my favorite eater.
Oh,
And I mean, I guess I'm happy for him. He found love and is about to get married and all, but
damn.
like I feel like Jill Scott when she was like, I heard you about to get married. Married?
You
Like,
know what this
when
is?
did that happen? Right, you knew what this was.
You know what this was?
Like, and then he circled back and was like, but we could still be, one last hoorah. Nigga, you engaged now. I'm not that kind of woman. But I thought about it. I thought about it.
A whole lot.
And now I'm in mourning because he was my favorite. Like, you know that person that you don't even have to say nothing? They just kind of know what you need? That was it. Like, I didn't really have to do no whole bunch of talking. We didn't see each other often. But when we came together, it was magical. It just worked. Would fiddle my body like Prince and his guitars. Like, I don't understand. I mean, I do. Like, we grow up, we move on, we fall in love, we have children. It's the cycle. But, like, send your uncle or something. I don't know.
Send your uncle is insane. Wow.
They learned it from somewhere.
Wow. I don't even have a sound effect for that. Send your uncle is crazy.
Yes. They learned it from somewhere. Send your uncle. Or your brother.
That's wild.
Cousin. If that's
That's
what you
wild.
want to.
You really trying to keep it in the family though?
Can your grandma make macaroni and cheese and banana pudding?
That's crazy.
What's the problem?
That's crazy. That's wild.
Whatever.
I mean, I hear you, but still.
Listen, whatever. I'm experiencing a great loss here. And it doesn't matter that I'm over here trying to practice abstinence. That doesn't matter. That is irrelevant to the point of losing my best eater. I'm pretty sure I would have come out of retirement had I known. I would have had a moment. Like I'd been out here playing real girls get down on the floor or something. I don't know. But like
Hey, Ty.
I feel so excited. Hey,
Hey man,
Tyler.
that's heavy. That's heavy work. It's heavy work when when you gotta say goodbye to your favorite goblin. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's
Okay.
heavy work.
And
It's
how
heavy
often
work.
can you say that you have seamless chemistry with somebody, right? Because it's
Hmm.
not just the eating part, it's just you have seamless, unspoken chemistry with this person. It's legit. You ain't got to say too much from the look in your eyes. I could tell. It is what it is. You just you just feel the energy and you match. And that's that. There's no whole lot of beef. You friends.
They know what you need and they know how to deliver it.
They do. They do. Yeah, I'm definitely not circling the block. But
She
I
said
do
that's the line
know.
she got to draw. But if
Yeah,
she knew he was gonna go that direction,
yeah.
she
Like
she'd have
had we
she'd
had
have
the
pulled through.
conversation before. But
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, nah.
yeah. A lot of people be trying to get their little
So
last hurrah on and stuff like that. From what I've experienced and heard from friends and other people and other stories and stuff like that, stuff I've seen. I was
well, mess
at one
happen on.
particular person's house and the girl pulled up like, "Hey," now homeboy was upstairs or whatever, but you had somebody in your house long enough, your friends long enough, you allowed to answer the door. Now I didn't answer the door, but I was close by. One of the homies goes to answer the door. She's like, "Hey, where's such and such?" You upstairs in the bathroom. Maybe you down a little bit. You cool? What's going on? Because we kind of like, yeah, like that. The energy is kind of husky. The way you pulled up and banged on the door. So me being the concerned friend I am, I go out the back and circle around and make sure that this ain't whatever. You know what I mean? Whoever think it's gonna be that, it ain't gonna be that. It's five of us in here. If you thought it was gonna be that, it's
Not
gonna be
today.
something else. You know what I'm saying? So we do our our black ops, our Navy SEALs rotations to check the windows and make sure everything cool. She by herself, completely by herself. You know what I mean? I halfway went to tell homeboy pat her down. So I go upstairs, me homeboy halfway before he make his way down the hall to go down the steps, and I'm like, "Hey, you want such and such cool? I mean, I know that was your old flame, but you ain't burn that bridge no kind of crazy way, did you?" He said, "No, no, everything's supposed to be straight. We ain't talked in like a year and a half though." It's like, "Yeah, she downstairs. She downstairs. Yeah. Well, all right. Everything cool, right?" I said, "Yeah, I checked. Did the perimeter sweep. It's just her." He's like, "You don't think she?" I was like, "Nah, I don't really think so." So he comes downstairs. We let her in. I sit on the couch. Everybody else posted in their positions. And she's like, "Listen, I don't care if your friends are here or not. You can either leave with me and come give me that, or we could go upstairs and these niggas can listen. But I need that today." And he's like, "Nah, you drunk. You crazy as hell. I ain't seen you in years. I don't know who body you done been on, who been on your body. You crazy. You already know. We check each other's stuff when we have these long periods of time before we do something. You already know that how that go. Like, I don't know why you acting weird right now. Like, who you trying to show out
Did you
for?"
pull up with the result?
He's like, "Which one of y'all?" She's like, "Listen, I can show you my results. My phone is in the car, but honestly, I didn't even bring my phone in here because I didn't want no interruptions. Like, I need you to tear me out the frame." And he's like, "Well, first of all, go get your phone. Second of all, what makes you think I ain't got no girl in there?" She's like, "I'm trying to tell you, I don't care. I need you to be daddy today. And I'm like, okay. So I go start packing my stuff up. Like one way or another, it's time for me to get up out of here.
Social hour over with.
Okay. I don't know what the rest of y'all doing, but me, I'm gonna go ahead and take this as my lead. As I'm getting ready to leave, he kind of like, well, no, like, but seriously, like, you you ain't calling nothing like that. This is just weird for me. Like, you cool and all that, but this is weird. Your energy, like, what you on? And she then proceeded to admit, like, yeah, no, my bachelor party's tomorrow night, um, and I'm getting married in 2 days. And he's like, do your husband and B know you here? Like, who else you been cheating on him with? Why you come? Because I don't want nobody pulling up on me. And she's like, you ain't got to worry about none of that. Your boy already checked the whole thing. So, uh, and I'm just like, all right,
And
y'all,
she
y'all have a
spotted
good one.
y'all.
And he's like, well, shoot, it wasn't supposed to be no secret. We when we do that, we want whoever out there to know, hey, we see y'all seeing us. So make a decision before you think you're gonna come in here. It is a show of force while also, doing our due diligence. But yeah, so she was just like not trying to take no for an answer. Started grabbing him by the hand, walking him upstairs. I was just like, y'all got it. So lo and behold, he ended up bombing the next morning. He ended up bombing the next morning. He didn't do it that day for whatever reason, but he put it in a group chat like, yeah, she came back at the crack of dawn and I bombed. And I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I'm not on that type of time. I don't, and this is no judgment. Her choices
Yeah,
are
yeah,
her
yeah, yeah,
choices.
yeah. Yeah, I ain't say that to judge her. And
Um,
then I was just like, I'd never seen no girl like I never seen no girl
no, it's a real thing.
pull up that hard on a brother in front of his company and everybody else. Like I've seen phones get blown up, like why you tripping and stuff like that, all that kind of stuff. One girl, one girl tried to get me to jump back in the sack with her and said if I didn't, she'd lie and say I did. Um, and she was pregnant too. Um, so she was like, "Yeah, I lie, say you did, and say this is yours." I was like, "Okay, go ahead, go ahead. It's cool. It's cool. I'm sure my wife gonna be annoyed, but you know where this goes after you tell the lie, right? Like you're gonna have to prove it. So I'm cool. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I can't wait to embarrass you by, by the results showing that this is not my kid. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I absolutely can't wait. I have no idea why you picked me out of everybody. You know exactly why I picked you. I was like, oh, okay. Well, then I'm kind of flattered. But no, nah.
The answer is still no.
You know what I'm saying? Like at first, I was just like, you bugging. Like, what you like? What made you think that out of everybody especially me posting, that I'm married on Facebook and stuff like that, ain't no secret. Like, what made you approach me of all people? But she was like, and I was like, oh,
Because apparently you could have been anywhere in this world, but you chose me.
but still, that was
Thank you, thank
crazy.
you, thank you.
So yeah, I've seen crazy. I just never seen nobody literally pull up on a nigga like that in real life, in person. I just never seen that.
You know, and it's, I think that both men and women go through this. It's just a matter of who
For
acts
sure.
on it.
For sure.
Where you make decisions before you take such a big commitment in marriage, where you're trying to decide kind of the 80/20. All of these other things are great, but this one thing, sex is not that sex is bad. It's just not
Right.
that, you
It's not
know.
top score. Somebody else
Maybe
got the
this
top
person,
score.
yeah, maybe this person isn't the person that you can do the nastiest things with. You got to be a little more gentle with this person, or they
Or
don't
that person don't make you
initiate.
squirt. Or this person don't,
Right.
this girl don't get your socks wet like that.
I mean, and it could be any number of those things. And
Anything.
so there is that space where before I take this major leap,
Nasty
I'm
working
going to
bead tie.
circle the block. Um, and again, your choices are your choices. You have to live with that. Um, I just try at this stage in my life to stay on the good side of karma. A lot happening in my world. I don't need a disruption from karma because she's like, ah, got your trick. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm not the
So,
I, I'm not the biggest believer in karma, but I don't make those decisions to be like stepping out of my marriage is already going to be one undertaking to try to have that decision right. Like that's already its own thing in and of itself. But to do so to be somebody's last fling before they get married, like it don't make sense. It don't make sense to me. I just had to put it like that. Like it literally doesn't make sense to me. Like of all reasons that somebody could think of to cheat on a wife, it's like yeah, so I can make your last fantasy come true, and then what? Go back to my wife after? Like, it don't even add up. It don't even add up. Like I honestly I get it, and I you're not supposed to cheat. My man, Tone the promoter, bro. What's good? Appreciate you tapping in, brother. Um, I get it. Cheating is bad. I get it. I get it. And I'm not saying that like in a joking way. I mean it literally. I get it. It's wrong. But I think that sometimes, my brother Fives, appreciate you showing up. Um, I think that sometimes beyond the loyalty, beyond all the things that all the right and righteous reasons why you wouldn't step out of your marriage, right? I think that sometimes because people make justifications when they end up stepping out of a relationship and a marriage. People make justifications for these things. And I think that sometimes you have to make the justifications for those justifications. Like have your reasons ready as to why. Beyond this, no matter how mad you are, no matter how unhappy you are, this is why you're not gonna do that. Like it sometimes you have to remind yourself that on top of all of the other things, the nice cute things as to why you wouldn't do it, is it even worth it, right? Because we, like you said, the 80/20, and a lot of people end up convincing themselves the 20 is worth it. Like they can't live without that 20, but it's 20,
it's
so
the short
obviously
term
you
jab.
can.
Well, it's the short term gratification, right? Because in
Yes.
that moment, the cupcake tastes really, really good. And it was decadent and it was fulfilling, and that chocolate ganache was top tier.
Chocolate
And it
ganache.
stayed with me
Damn.
for a
Hold
while.
on, new friend. Hold on, new friend. I ain't gonna sorry to interrupt you, but that'd have been a good argument. Go get this chocolate ganache. Chocolate ganache is delicious, nigga.
Chocolate ganache is delicious.
Oh, I can taste it right now. Oh man, go ahead, man. I'm bugging.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And then, it's the fresh cupcake that somebody just made in ice. And so in that moment, it is gratifying. Forget the
hmm
diet that you're on and all the
hmm
progress and your fat ass friends that you asked to eat the cinnamon roll of cupcake for you
we
and they
just go
still
do this.
didn't.
We just go do this every episode, yo. All right. All right then.
Anyway. And so now you gotta succumb to, the moment of the cupcake. So all I'm saying is that you understand to some extent that
Damn.
immediate the the Tyler Perry boy guy. Tyler Perry guy. He a grown man. Is that who that is?
No,
Tyler.
a athlete. He said he
Oh,
married
okay.
2 hours and he's been exposed for cheating. Damn.
Listen. You know the craziest story I have heard is Dave Hollister. Have y'all ever saw that unsung where Dave Hollister? So Chicago
Not one
'85. That
woman
is by
man,
far.
David Hollister.
Listen, that is by far my favorite Dave Hollister CD.
The song was
Now I
wicked
like
in and
Dave
of
Hollister
itself. I ain't
as
gonna lie to you.
you said
The
what?
song was wicked. The one woman man song was kind of wicked in and of
It
itself.
was the way he started it. But listen, let's be very clear. The way that he started that whole thing
Oh
let you
man.
know he was
Oh, that
about to
is the
be
Tyler Perry guy.
on.
Okay. Yep. You were right.
Oh, I remember the name. Look at me.
Yeah, I
Um,
mixed him up with somebody else.
he didn't want to be married though. You could tell that he didn't want to be
Mm,
married, but that's another story for another day.
okay.
Um, but yeah, so he talked about making this album and how he had his family, the family that's in that video was his actual family,
Mm-hmm.
and this was supposed to be his, I'm changed moment. And the night of his wedding, at the reception, he cheated. Like, sir, what do you mean? What do you mean? You in there
Damn, dude.
serenading your bride, talk about something put her first on your wedding night? That's by far the
That's
craziest
wild.
story I have heard.
Excuse me, I did
That
not
that
hear
is
that
the
story.
crazy.
Appreciate the correction,
It
Ty.
is. It's the one thing that has stuck with me with Dave Hollister, where even though I can still listen to Chicago '85 front to back, no
It's
skips, but
fire
I be
album.
side eyeing the heck out of when he be belting about love and faithfulness. Because, sir,
Gee.
did you believe this when you wrote that and sang it in the studio?
He said I would do it again, but I can't, and then turned around and did it. Good Lord.
Listen, at the what? Like, was she a guest? Did
That's
you
what I'm
have your own
saying. If
voice
you
meter
said the
in?
night of, she was probably there. Either that or she pulled up, which is even more wicked.
Like,
Which
was
is
it in the
even more
limo? Like, how
wicked.
did this play
Like if
out?
she wasn't invited to the marriage to the wedding and she wasn't really invited to the reception, but she pulled up because she knew what time it was and he knew what time it was, that'd be super wicked. Oh,
And this circles us back to the whole, best eater thing. And
people make some bad
while,
decisions over their best eaters, man.
you you can make some bad decisions over your best eater. You can. I am very grateful that my decision making with my eater was above board and nothing in the realm of bad decisions. But
Right.
listen, my runner up to this one,
Mm.
because I have a runner up, always
Most people
have
do.
a backup plan.
Most people do. Most people do. Um,
I don't
before we
know if
get off,
most people do.
I
I don't think that
mean,
people. I don't think that
maybe not a
people are that
backup,
blessed.
but not a you don't think they got a runner up? You think it's
I don't
that
think that
far?
people are that. I don't think people are that blessed to have a solid eater and then somebody who is a really close second. Nah.
That's a good bar, Tone. That's a good bar. Well, yeah, maybe not a really close second, but like at least all right, well, they ain't available, so I guess I could settle for you.
I mean, we gotta settle, yeah, but I don't. I got a close. I got a close second.
Okay, okay. That yeah, see now that's different. Runner up a close second when it comes to this kind of thing is different.
Yeah, my eater was a 10. He a 9.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, yeah, that's different. No, that's different. Yeah, you
Yeah,
right. That's completely different. Yeah, no, most people don't
yeah,
have that. Most people
yeah. I'm
do not
blessed.
have that.
And as if he felt my morning, he sent me a text message today, and I was like, "Sir,
Oh man.
I-
No,
I'm trying to be good,
now that
man."
I do believe. I feel like folks do sense that, like, man, that wish you could get him back. I feel like folks do sense that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to
Maybe
you. I
I
feel like
don't
some
know.
way, even if they don't know they do, I feel like I don't know something in the ether or whatever. Just be
It could
like, you
have
know
been. And you
what?
know what's crazy? When the text came, I was like, "Oh, happy birthday!" They were like, "You a whole month early. You want to make it up to me?" Danger alert! Danger alert! But it was a smooth line.
That was
It
smooth.
was.
No, actually, I respect it. I respect their game. Good shot, sir. Whoever you were, good shot.
It was good shot.
Great shot.
Yeah,
Quality form, follow through, and everything, man. It didn't
everything.
go. It
It was
didn't
a good.
go in, but I love that you took that shot, sir. Whoever you are, salute to you. Salute to you. Good job.
Listen,
Shooter,
maybe
shoot.
when I'm not stressed,
Shooter,
cause
shoot, man.
listen, in addition to being more in mourning, because I'm over here negotiating with God, like God. You took away my best eater. I know I probably shouldn't go to God for that, but listen, what they say, he on the main line, tell him what you
Tell
want.
what you want.
He already watching over me, like he knows. So why not
This
have
is
this very
true.
open dialogue,
This
right?
is true. This is true. This is true. This is true.
So like you done took my best
What you
eater
said,
from
ain't no
me.
faking and fronting.
What's the point?
Ain't no
You
future in
you
fronting.
out here. I'm trying to lose this weight, and I'm dedicated. I'm not
Took this
eating the
eater from me is
cupcakes.
crazy.
I'm, I'm asking my friends to eat the sweets for me, and they won't with their fat asses. Like they not supporting me in my journey, right?
I ate
And
the ice
I,
cream
I
though.
I'm not drinking wine because whatever the reasons of that. I'm in school, stressed to the high hilt,
Hmm.
and all I ask is that you not give me news like my best eater out here getting married, and you let me cuss. Because please don't take everything from me at once. I'm falling apart over here.
What you say? I need at least 8 vice.
Something, something. I ain't got no dick. I ain't got no cupcake. I don't have no Chardonnay. That's not even my favorite wine, but like, damn, can I at least, for once, not let my words be salted?
This is like this is like the spiritual version of I just need a quick hit.
Yes, that's
Tapping the
I
pack.
don't do drugs. I don't smoke. Listen,
I gotta have something, okay? If I don't smoke these
okay,
cigarettes, I'm gonna do this cocaine.
well, that's extreme, but okay.
Listen, now that's not my neither one is my jam. But I'm just saying, I see some people where like they got a lesser vice to keep them off the vice that's going to take them all the way down the wrong road. You know,
Listen,
which I'm gonna
I ain't
use
even
as
been
the
to a strip
segue.
club. That's the second. Listen, I'm over here struggling. My dad, such a weird insertion, but go with me for a second.
Okay, yeah, I
So
didn't
for
see
those
this
that
coming.
don't
You got
know,
it.
for those that haven't, this y'all first time. So my dad's a pastor, but look, I ain't a traditional PK. My daddy didn't become a pastor until I was like 30 plus years old. So whatever. Um, the other day he called because he's a girl dad. All his kids girls, whatever. So we don't talk every day. I talk to my mama every day. He calls me like once a week or something like that. Or like if I need him to do some heavy lifting, I call and be like, I won't put you in shady pines. The bribery of it all. So anyway, so I'm talking to my dad and he was like, "You've been a little snappy lately. You okay?" I was like, "Dad, I'm stressed. I don't know what you want from me. I'm stressed. And I ain't been to a strip club to throw ones and eat wings. Like, what do you want from me? I ain't seen your good deacon in a while or send him a drink. Like, can y'all take this part of me, please?" He's like, "Tommy, please, just go eat a wing and throw a one if that's gonna make you happy."
Either wing and throw one is crazy.
He's talking about the but not at the strip club. Well, where you want me to throw the one, Tom? Where?
I was about to say, where else you throwing the ones?
I don't know, new friend. Please
That's
ask
the
him. Ask him. maybe in the offering plate. I don't know.
Ah, that's wild. Technically, technically, yeah.
Mhm.
If you go when they
As
selling
they say,
platters, if you go when they selling
and
platters, you could eat a wing and throw one.
supposedly it's pimps in the pulpit. Not my
Oh,
daddy
don't get
though.
me started. Please don't get me
Not my
started.
dad.
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't.
Don't tell him I told y'all. But he a little corny, so he could have never been a pimp.
That's crazy. Oh man. But speaking of the segue of vices, man, and I don't particularly think this is a vice, but I feel like society makes it seem like a vice. You know, when you think about the adult movies, man, um, the adult entertainment uh, industry. If it is indeed considered a vice, I don't care. It's definitely one of mine. Um, and you know, I don't feel like I'm coming off at no time. So pause. Uh, Also, no pun
A
intended.
vice? I guess it could be a
But I
vice,
don't
but
really.
I think it becomes a vice when you enter into the addiction space of it.
That's what I would feel like when it would be more of a vice, is if it's distracting you or taking away from you somehow.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, I agree with you on that. Like I personally don't think it is, but I know, as you said, you know, preachers and other people, you know, maybe conservatives, and you know, even some people, I guess, that feel that the way they feel about it would say that it's a vice. I know some women, uh, you know, are not as, what's the word? I guess, for lack of a better
Open.
sense, there we go, are as open as you are, and they resent the man participating or taking in the adult entertainment, whether it be at the strip clubs, whether it be pulling up to the swingers lounges, or you know, popping in that DVD back in the day, or you know, um, now just, you know, hitting whatever site it is, or even if you are a OnlyFans patron, um, yeah, people uh, will consider that a vice, and I think now, especially if you are an OnlyFans patron, people definitely make that a vice. People definitely make that sound like a vice because you know, I've heard multiple women who get very upset about that because it's like he's paying to see another woman do things. He could be giving me that
Is
money,
she
and
doing
I'm like,
something that I don't want to do?
my thing is the whole he could be paying me to do that. I'm like, so you really telling me that you're dating a guy who's not throwing no money your way to do anything in life? Like he don't support you financially at all. Like he don't chip in. He don't buy you lunch, nothing. Like when you say he could be giving you that money, plus how much is he paying on this subscription to where if just get sent that to you, you'd be like, oh my god, thank you, baby. Like
Oh no, I think
how
you
much is he
misheard what I
paying?
said.
What'd you say? Is it no? I heard you, what you said. I heard what you said
Oh, okay.
is are you paying her to do something I won't do or perform something I won't do?
Right.
Now that
If that means you
I
stay on my
completely
face for a
understand.
little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that I completely understand. That would be what they say, fair trade, you know, ain't robbery.
Ain't robbery.
But
He'll take this 20 to put it on her butt.
right, like if you want to see some stuff that your girl ain't into doing, you know, which some people do, you know, do that for. Like, you know, they still have their fantasies, they still have their things that turn them on. But you know, this partner that you with ain't into that. And I think too that when we had these conversations about relationships, especially marriage, people just be unrealistic. Like it ideally you would find and marry somebody who's into, when it comes to being sexually compatible, they're into most of the things, if not all of the things that you're into. But you know what else could happen? That person could have been into all that stuff when y'all was together. And if y'all been together for a while, 10 years down the line, nah, it's not my twist anymore. Nah. I'm kind of past the leather phase. Kind of past that phase,
That's
baby.
a very real thing. Because for as much as we grow outside the bedroom, where I used to, not me personally, but maybe you used to love being in a club, popping bottles in the VIP section, and then in 10 years, you happen to enjoy being in quiet places with your loved ones. The same is in the bedroom. I could have loved to have been put through the mattress every single time with, like you said, the leather and whips, chains, and all the things. And then as we progress, that is not as entertaining or as much of a turn on as
Right.
it was. But I think once again, it becomes one of those things we're not
I knew you was going
having
to do that.
enough conversation where we're checking in with our partners to see where they are. Um, and you need to have that periodically because the reality is all of our bodies change. All
Right.
of our bodies are changing. You know, Jawbones start to hang a little lower. Our our things shift, our anatomy shifts as well. So you have to work to see what pleasures them because those tricks from 10 years ago may not do it in the same fashion.
Right.
And with that comes open conversation. Hey, I know I used to like when you just would jump on me after you got off of work, but my engine need to be oiled a little bit more these
Right.
days. And I actually like when you do these things. Um, so oftentimes we're not having those conversations with people
Hmm.
enough to be able to shift. Um, Something that is interesting, and I think the context gets so skewed because there are so many people out there who are making bad names for it.
Mm.
But ethical polyamory is oftentimes comes about with partners who have been together for years and years and years. And
Hmm.
there is a shift that happens. And so the conversation begins to start. Um, when I lived in North Carolina, there was a couple that I knew who life happened in, such major ways. The woman, her her needs and desires shifted and the husband was not there. Like he just did not have the ability to match what she needed. And so they opened up their marriage and it was very ethical. They had, rules and guidelines and they talked and checked in with one another. And for the next half of their marriage, that is what they participated in. They didn't have drama. I won't say that they didn't have miscommunications. That we're human.
Right.
That is going to happen. But they were very happy until they decided it was time to close the marriage back off, right? So you have to check in with your partner. You have
Yeah.
to have the conversations. But more than anything, and I say this to both men and women, but especially to the women, like you gotta stop being so insecure. Everything is not about you. And I mean that in the space of, and this is for both genders, right? Men and women.
Hmm.
Just because your partner saw that dark skinned, bearded, tall man and he is ripped to the high hill and you may be built like Santa Claus doesn't mean that she loves you any less.
Facts.
She want to feed you sugar cookies and milk and rub on your jolly belly. Like it's okay.
And not
It's
just not
okay.
love
She
you any
can
less, they're not any less attracted to you.
correct. Correct. It, that is the fantasy, right? We recognize that that is the fantasy. It has no bearing on how they view you. And the same is for, men who go to strip clubs. Are there some men who cheat in those spaces? Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. I'm often intrigued when I meet men who, take on the night shift, if you will. Um, but that's not all. That's not even most that,
Never heard that
go
phrase that way before. It's hilarious. Take on the night shift.
you know. It's the third call when you have like the house parties with strippers. You have the girls who came to dance, and then you had the night shift or the
Yeah,
third shift,
yeah,
if you
yeah,
will. You know the one.
yeah.
Um,
We know the ones.
yeah, you know the one. So but again, there aren't. That's not the majority.
Facts.
So assuming that your man is going in there with the thought of cheating, that's not the case. But it is somebody selling a fantasy and looping
Yeah,
it all together and sending your man home hot and bothered, and do with it what you will. Or not at all, whatever it is. But it is not an implication on you,
right.
who you are, or anything like that. And as it relates to porn, I understand the insecurity of it because there are some people who look at porn and they have an unrealistic expectation of
This is true.
porn to real life sex.
This is true,
So
unfortunately.
if you have a person who has an unrealistic link to, real life sexual interaction and porn interaction, then yes, that is going to
Shoot.
be, a an unfortunate matchup because there's so many things that go wrong with that. Especially if you got a man that's been looking at Wesley Pipes all his life and his version
Yeah,
of talking you through it is a foot
yeah,
on your neck talking about some years
yeah.
right there.
Right there, right, yeah,
Like
right there, girl. Don't embarrass me.
correct, correct. That might be the throw off for you. And so for that, I could be like, yeah, you got a unhealthy connection. I need you to not look at that anymore. You know what I mean? Um, but for the most part, that's not the case. Like, please, if I can encourage men to go look at some lesbian porn, learn how to eat box better.
Y'all
Like,
say that all the
I don't,
time.
I don't know.
Y'all say that
You
all
said
the
what?
time. I've heard women say that a lot.
And
But
yet you niggas don't go listen.
here's the thing. So here's my question with that, right? So if porn don't teach you how to have better sex at all,
You got lower.
can you hear me?
Your volume got lower.
It got lowered. Is it still low?
Yeah, you got lower.
Hmm,
Say it again.
interesting. Higher now? Better?
Go ahead.
Can you hear me clear? Am I clear yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Um. So my question is, if most of it is fake, right? Like it's not, they reacting whatever, whatever. Then learning from women faking it ain't going to teach you neither, is it?
If you look at the technique, right? So the faking, right? Let's break this out. So there is the faking in the space of like reaction. So we know that a lot of the moaning is over the top. We know that a lot of the reaction space,
No,
the
that for
scene
sure, but
setup
that for sure.
is
But
all set up.
we literally see like bad box eating, like
We do. We
where
do. And I'm
even
not
that
telling
is
you to take
where
shit
even that
from the
is fake.
bad boxing.
No, but that's what I'm
Listen,
saying. So I feel like if that would be just as misleading, wouldn't it?
I think to some extent, I think in looking at it, and somebody just said in a comment asking your partner what you like, I think that's
For
the
sure.
important part, right?
Of
I
always.
don't mind putting on. You said what?
No, I said always. Like
I don't
always
mind.
asking your partner what you like.
I don't mind putting on a flick and saying this. You
Okay.
see how you know what I mean
Okay.
for that part of it, and then from there you can go and listen. She said do this, and you categorize it. My example all the time. When I first decided, like, I wanted to be a champion dick sucker, right?
Give it up for champion dick suckers.
You should. And take care. Listen, y'all take care of y'all throat goat. Like, that's a lot of work
No,
that
no,
they put
word,
in
word,
to
word.
relax their throats for y'all. Like, there are some people that are really blessed to just not have a gag reflex. And then
Word.
some of us unlearned how to choke. So, like, take care of
Take
your
care
throat
of your
goat.
throat
Send
goat.
flowers.
I stand on that.
Send chocolates. If they a gamer, send them, whatever gamer is like. Send them toys and cough drops and all the listen, just take care of your
Take
throat
care of
goat.
your throat goat. Stand on that.
I firmly built foundation, 1940 style.
Established. EST dot.
Correct. The masonry was fire. Ain't nothing knocking that down. But to my point, Pinky was not the person that I looked at for that. I will stand on this hill to date. She was a basic dick sucker. And it's okay. It's okay. She was talented with so many other things, right? But that wasn't really that. So that you kind of got to know who to go to for your inspiration, if you will, and what to do and how to do it, and then you apply it in practical knowledge.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Listen, this
Figured
brings me
I'd play
back to
devil
more than my
advocates,
best
ask some
eater.
questions. Huh?
I said this
Say that
brings me
again.
back to more than my best eater. He would let me look at something and come try it out on him.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, and that's something too, right? Like if we're not in the space of insecure partners and stuff like that, I always think that's cool being able to send your partner, hey, this scene right here, what's up with it? You
Correct.
down? You know what I mean? Or even just like you said, like, the other night was cool, but like I was hoping you get more, this though.
I would agree. I would agree with that. So listen, I'm about to give y'all a twofer. So I have my best eater, right? Who I mean, he was my
Go ahead,
everything.
mute.
And then there was this one guy who I absolutely love performing fellatio on him. It was size that made up for it. It was reaction. It was the fact that I knew within 5 minutes I could bring this man to his knees. Like it was all the things behind why he was my favorite. And for as much as I enjoyed calling him up when my throat got lonely, even when I found out he was married, I wasn't sad. I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. I hope your wife sucks you well. And that was that. If he ever sees this, I hope your balls are empty. But even he didn't hurt me when he announced that he got married. You're on mute if you're talking.
I wasn't saying a word. I was actually speechless after throat got lonely. I didn't have anything. I've heard my throat is horny. I've heard uh, my tongue is missing something. I've heard I'm hungry. I've heard I'm thirsty, but I've never heard my throat is lonely until tonight. All right.
I mean,
No, 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 no,
that's
no
mature.
judgment, mind you. No judgment. I'm just saying there's different phrases.
That's
Like everybody has
mature.
different phrases for what they got going on. But it just puts me in the mind of like, what do you do when you get that text, right? My throat is lonely. Like, how fast do you drop everything? Yes. Just How fast do you rearrange your whole night? I feel like that's a really solid bat signal. I feel like that's a really solid bat signal. Like, well, we got a game at 9 tonight. At 9? All right. How many we got?
What's
Such and
funny
such
about
playing
that?
because we play the same position. So honestly, I come off the bench anyway.
I can make it there, make it
He
there
been
before
he been
6
hot
a.m.
lately, man. He been hot lately. Sure, he said I throw lonely, bro. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
I mean,
That's a good one. I like that one. That's a good
yeah. Like I said, even with them, I don't. There is not a morning space that occurred. It was more like a dang, but that was kind of it.
one. Oh man,
Okay.
morning a sexual partner is real. It's real. Where especially like, the top scorers, man. When you lose your top scorer from the league, man, it's different.
It
You wonder
is.
if there's ever gonna be another MJ, man.
Listen. And then it's like, do I throw him a retirement party? Like, how does this happen? What do I do?
The farewell
Send him gift.
tour, the retirement tour. Like, is this do we
Right.
put
How
you
does
up
this
on the
work?
jumbotron as we lift your jersey to the
Girl,
rafters?
something like a wedding gift. What happened? I feel like I should send him like a gift card of a good amount. Like, thanks,
I think so
congratulations.
too. I think so too. Honestly, I think so too. I mean, it sound kind of crazy, but I think so. I ain't gonna lie to you. Even if
Yeah,
I feel like even if it wasn't about getting married and for some odd reason, as long as it's not like they messed up the flow, as long as it's not that type situation, right? Now having to retire
yeah.
or fire rather your best eater, that also causes mourning, but it's more frustration than anything. Like, damn, why you, like how you said in the intro clip, what you make me do this for? It was all good. Now you done messed
Till about a
everything
week
up.
ago.
Now you done messed everything up.
Mhm.
It could all
And it's
be
something
so
to be said
simple.
about the eaters that get out of pocket and forget their place. Like,
Mm-mm-mm.
can we talk about the ones who forget their place? Like, I gotta walk you back for a second so you can remember that you're not the spend the night one.
Talk about it.
You're not. You the fun one. You to come over and handle business and go home the same night one. I'm not pillow talking you one. And if you decided you wanted to change positions, you probably should have had that conversation too. I would have
Oof.
told you no, but like,
Oof.
so
Mm.
yeah, when you gotta fire your best eater because they had a lapse of judgment and forgot the position they played, like that's you know.
No, that's real. It's real. You gotta go. You gotta go. Because if you let them hang around when they start tripping, then you're gonna be in for more problems.
Yeah, because you're messing the money up.
Sending the wrong message. You are
Indeed.
my. You are my. Peak Jason Terry. You are my Jamal Crawford. You are my Lou Williams. You are the sixth man extraordinaire, baby. You come in, you score. I don't need you to run the offense and get everybody else involved. I don't need you to lock down nobody. I don't need you to rebound. I need your 18 points per game. Give me 20 on certain nights.
But
And maybe,
otherwise,
depending on what you got going on, because you normally give me the 18, I'll understand a 12-point night here and there. It's few and far between. Nobody's perfect. But you average 18, which means you had a couple of 30s. You had some 30s in there. So, yeah, Get these buckets. Get these buckets. You don't even need to look my way. Don't even look coach's way for the play call. ISO. ISO. It's all you. It's no screens, no picks. It's just you. Score. Score on me, baby. Lay me up. Cook me.
Definitely, it's the knowing your position and your role. Because the moment you step out of bounds with it just
The moment you start talking about some, hey man, listen, I think, whoa.
who told you to do that?
You are you. I don't want you anywhere near the playbook. I don't want you anywhere near that clipboard. Okay, I roll the ball out, and you supposed to get and one mixtape with it. All right. We don't even have a playbook for you.
No, that's I mean, and that is the thing, right?
Yeah,
Like
you want to
it
get in the post and
is.
talk about some. Hey, throw it to me in the paint.
Yeah.
Now you want to set
Oh,
screens. Come on, man. You fucking up the game. You gotta go now. You gotta go now. Because if I let you set the screens tonight, you just gonna want to pass the ball tomorrow. Like, nah. Then you gonna want to own the team.
and listen, there are moments where your best eater becomes your lifelong partner. And in those cases, however rare they are, you're blessed. You're blessed. Go to church every
I can
Sunday
honestly
and
say
tithe.
I don't know anybody who graduated to that position, who got like promoted to that position. I know people who came in D1 eater. So then they got signed, they got drafted, and they got signed for a lifetime contract. I know those. I know those. You know what I mean? Um, I've even seen D3, Division 3, elevate their game after they got signed. I'm aware of a couple of those. You know, they was happy to be in the league and they was gonna make sure they stay there.
Mm, hmm.
But I don't personally know of any, whether it's through my boys or whether it's through my homegirls, that got promoted, that got drafted into the league and signed to a star contract while being the D1 eater. And that was just there to get buckets. I don't know of any. Huh.
Yeah, I know of a couple.
Huh.
One of them got drafted and signed, and then they're divorced.
Mm, mm, mm,
And one of them
mm.
is still hanging tight. So, I do know. And the thing with my eater is we're actually friends. Like, so it's not like they're
I
going
think those are the
anywhere.
coolest situations, honestly. I think those are some.
Yeah. I mean, we sit around and talk about anime and what new things we looking at and conventions, and so we're friends. So it's not one of those things where,
And
it's going.
maybe that added into the skill set. You think that maybe your friendship added into the skill set, made it easier
No.
for him to learn the game, or he just was like already just an all star and y'all happen to be friends.
Yeah, it was the happenstance.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, it was the happenstance.
Fair enough. Shout out and RIP. I mean, he's still alive, but to his position, you know.
To the position. Because, yeah,
RIP to his
let's be
position.
clear with our words
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the listen. Words have power, so I want to make sure I'm speaking to directly. I ain't speaking no ill over that man life. But
Yeah.
shout
To the
out.
position.
As I said in my episode a couple of episodes ago, y'all had a good run. Y'all had a good run.
We did. We
Y'all
did.
had a good run.
It was, yes.
So shout out to all the retired, the eaters that had to be retired, the eaters who retired. left the game. Shout out to y'all. Hopefully, somewhere y'all not being, well, except for one of y'all, because you are an all star eater, but a terrible person. So I actually don't wish a lot of great things for you if you ever see this. Um, but to everybody else, I hope that somewhere you are not being taken for granted, that you are not in a situation where your talents can't be put to the best use, you know, where somebody appreciates that they got you in their league. You know what I'm saying? Because these D1 types, they do it for the love of the game too. You hear me? Because that's what makes them special. It ain't just all right, well, you know, I'm gonna do it so I can manipulate and get my way. No, they do it for the love of the game too. They in the gym when ain't nobody else there, when the light's not on. You know what I'm saying? They got the keys. You thought you locked the gym up. Next thing you know, they didn't open the gym. They got an extra pair of keys. They in there getting them shots up late night, early mornings.
They have their
Salute to you.
you know,
Salute to y'all.
I say often on the show, like, it is nothing wrong with doing your own research and things. Um, I feel like I'm talking way too much about my parents, but it is no longer alarming when my mom is around and she sees like a new book that has, you know, some sort of sexual
Okay.
preface to it, or, you know, I think I've told this story on previous episodes about
Your virgin
um
ears. Girl, if you
when my
don't
mom
knock
was
it
helping
off.
me pack, her finding my toy drawer and immediately like I won't ever help her pack these things again. Like I'm always leave her drawers alone. I think she's the reason why I have like a full on toy box now, so that you'll just see the box, and unless you want to just open the box, you won't necessarily see
What's
anything.
in
But
the box?
yeah, if you open the box, that's on you. But I think it's important to embrace those who want to learn and who
Hmm.
have these things that they use as a learning tool. Don't shame the women who read spicy books. Read the spicy book with her. You're going to see the thing that makes her tick, the thing that she fantasizes about in said spicy book, especially if she has a favorite author.
Okay.
We have a favorite author for a reason because they say the things that we want to hear and they capture a level of spiciness, if you will, or schmut, depending on, you know, who you're talking to or who you're reading, that attracts us and makes us
Hmm.
lean in. If you look at like book talk and you fall into the book algorithm on Facebook and Instagram, you'll see like all of the book boyfriend skits and stuff like that. And
Uh-huh.
join in with your partner,
I went from my
with
virgin
what they
ears to
like.
read the spicy book, huh?
Read the spicy book. Listen,
Trollop.
it is the book version of porn.
It
Truthfully,
is.
it is
It is.
the book version of porn.
Research.
I
Get
have
the
my
fuck out of here.
favorite
Stop
author.
playing with me, girl. Talk about
It
some
might be research.
research.
You can learn a
Get the
lot.
fuck out of here.
It could be. But I mean, I have my favorite authors that write smut, and I have my favorite porn stars that teach me things. So look,
This is
we
true.
all got
This is
favorites.
true. We all have our
We
favorites.
all got favorites.
All right, so give me one of your favorite authors and give me one of your favorite stars before we head out. Before we call everybody in for the huddle. Give me one of each. It don't have to be the favorite if you don't know the favorite, but just give me one of your favorite of each.
Um, so we've already talked about uh Jada Fire
For
being,
sure.
so you know that. But
Shout out to
um,
Jada Fire.
yeah,
Beautiful areolas.
I feel like I've kind of named most of mine. Um, I'm gonna give you a man. I'm gonna give a man this time because most of the time I name women. But I'm gonna give a man, and this one
Okay.
is probably going to be so far left that anybody would think about. Small hands. I
I
think
don't
that's
know.
his name. Small hands. He's white.
Oh,
He's white.
you
He's
wasn't
white.
lying. You wasn't lying. You
He's
wasn't lying.
white.
When you said we
So
wouldn't know, wow, wow. In fact, I
yeah,
think I only know two. Like I know, I think I'm only aware of like three white adult actors, like by name. Ron Jeremy, of course. Um,
you
the
know he
bull who
doing
looked
a
like
full. Have you
Fabio. I
seen
can't
how
remember his
he
name,
look?
but you mentioned him before.
Evan Stone.
Evan Stone, him.
Evan Stone.
Um,
Stone.
and this dude, I can't remember his name for nothing, but he does a bunch of parodies and spoofs. Like his movies, he does a bunch of he's either in or he's like producing or directing a bunch of the spoofs, particularly like superhero spoofs. He does a lot of those. He does a lot of those. X-Men, Avengers, Spider-Man, Justice League. I think he might have even did Pokemon, Guardians of the Galaxy. He spoofed all those. Like
I
that's
don't
that's
know
his
that.
thing. I can't remember the guy's name. I can't even tell you I looked close enough to be able to describe him. I just know that there's a white guy who both is in the movies, but he also produces a lot of those. So that's
Mm.
so really it's two, and I'm aware of three, and I know of two. So this one caught me off guard. You wasn't lying. Small hands. Wow.
Yeah, small hands. I actually, believe it or not, have a few white porn stars that I like. Um,
For the
yeah.
guys,
Mhm,
interesting.
mhm,
Definitely surprised. I
yeah.
ain't gonna lie. Definitely surprised.
Mhm,
No
yeah.
judgment though.
I
Just
do.
surprised.
I mean, I get it. You know, just cause I look, just cause I like to watch them, don't mean that I would be with them.
For sure. For sure. For sure. For sure.
You know,
we as you said
but
earlier, fantasy is fantasy. Fantasy doesn't necessarily mean that's what you're gonna go home to, or what you want
right,
in your house.
yeah. Um, but yeah, there are a few white stars that I do like, and I can't think of his name at the moment. I feel like
Chrissy, you a
it
freak.
starts with a J, Jason or John, but he's bald. He is white, bald man.
That's
Um,
the other guy, Johnny Sins. I'm not sure if
yeah,
that's who you're talking about, but that's the other guy I'm aware of.
that is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Listen, I was impressed when he took on Cherokee, and I feel like the threesome was him, Cherokee, and Jada. I want to say it was those three together. And the fact that he took those two on without breaking a sweat, that was impressive. And I'm talking
Hmm.
about Cherokee in her prime.
Hmm.
Cherokee in her prime. So, but favorite author currently, because my favorite authors shift when it comes to like my spicier romances. But
Mm-hmm.
currently it's Tiffany Patterson. I'm going through her series of books right now. Um, and let me also say right now, before anybody asks, only thing I'm reading is textbooks. So I'm looking forward to when the semester ends and I can pick my books back up. But Tiffany Patterson is definitely um one of my favorites.
Okay. Okay. How was ASMR freaky? If you over there getting turned on by sound effects, that's how. You freak. Um So no, I don't read the smoot. Um, but and my woman doesn't read the
You
smoot
should.
either. So
Mm,
uh she's not big into the adult sphere either. And at one point it was a problem for us, but she got to the point where she was just kind of like, yeah, no harm, no foul. Um, so like you said, I'll try to think of somebody outside of the typical favorites. Um, mm, mm, mm. She's this girl Debris with two E's. With two E's. Now, she's definitely more of a recent type of star.
okay.
Um, Light skin, full lips, thick everywhere. Um, and because this ain't back in the day where you was watching the movies like Booty Talk Volume, whatever, Oiled Up, Bubble Butt Latinas Volume, whatever. I couldn't direct you to anything that she's on. Um, but
Mm,
if y'all in your free time want to look up, it's Debris, Debree. You know, check it out. She's fun. Um, but also just because I feel like I'm out after meeting them, I'm obligated to always shout them out now. Monet Divine, uh, Monet Divine, Honey Dipped, and of course the legend herself, Misty, Misty Stone. Shout out to them.
mhm, mhm. Um, I'm still sad that you never got to meet Funny Janice. I met
So
her.
am I.
What was that? 2 years at Exotica. I still have my picture with her.
So am I. You want to talk about
Yeah,
fun? That's a person who's definitely gives off fun energy, and I would have loved to meet in person. Maybe I still got a shot.
she, you might. She's also like super duper nice, like
Okay.
just real. But so was Misty. She was
Yeah,
real, you know.
absolutely. Absolutely, and that counts, right? Because somebody had a conversation or had a remark when I said that to them, right? And they was like, "Well, yeah, you giving them money. Of course, they're nice to you." Let me tell you this: no, no,
I was about to say no, it wasn't a level of inauthenticity
no,
there. I
not
mean,
not even an inauthenticity. I'm saying that there's some of these adult entertainers that even though you're paying for pictures, you're paying for an autograph, you're paying to talk to them, you're at these venues where they're at, that does not mean they are nice.
correct,
That does not mean
correct.
they are nice. There are even, like I said, from what I observed, and I ain't gonna say her name because it's gonna sound like I'm trying to put down her business. But there were like cam girls at the Exotica that we went to. And while I understand that degradation is a kink, there's a difference between, playing to that and just being like disrespectful, like
Mm.
just because. And seeing that from a certain particular woman, I was like, damn, okay. But maybe, and initially I thought maybe, like I said, it was just the degradation thing to her audience. Like her audience is her audience, and she know what they respond to. So it sounded weird at first, but I was like, all right, mind my business. She doing her thing. She know who she, playing to. But then when people came later, like to try to take pictures with her, like they was with the rest of the campers, I noticed she was just rude. Like, damn, okay, like you don't want to make no money. But I guess she felt like she wasn't going to lose no money because dudes was paying and she would take the pictures, but she was still rude anyway. So yeah, no, just because
Some
they're receiving
people,
money doesn't mean that they're actually going to be kind to you.
because there is a difference between somebody who is kind and somebody who's nice. You know,
Absolutely.
um, each time that I've gone to Exotica and Missy was there, she's been super nice. Um, My conversation. I came out. Remember, we were waiting for me outside the bathroom, and I came out the bathroom like, guess who I was just talking to? Like, and it was such an easy conversation. I didn't even realize it was her I was talking to because I was looking down until I looked up, and I mean, she was just super friendly, like just chill conversation, chill vibes. So no, they don't have to be that way just because they're there. Um, and they don't, a lot of people feel like in those spaces people owe you more than what they're giving, and they don't. They don't.
No, they don't.
Um, so there's that. But I am going to look up who you said. I'm gonna give you another like off kilter star that I like. And they're white. Again, they're white. I'm giving y'all my white roster tonight. Uh, Angela White
Okay,
is another favorite.
I've heard of her.
And
I'm familiar.
she actually performed with another one of my favorite white porn stars, Manuel. I think that's his name, Manuel. He's French. And his wife actually made him stop performing with Angela White. His wife was a former star also. So they met, you know.
Okay.
But his scenes with Angela White were so intimate. I remember looking up like, are these two married? That's how intimate their scenes were. So when the wife was like, yeah, you can't tape with her no more. I was
Damn.
like, I get that. I
Damn.
honestly, I get that. Like, I'm not an insecure woman either, but I would have been like, nah, nah.
Say that it's too good. The acting is too good, huh?
Listen, I'm gonna send you one of them so
The
you can
chemistry was
understand
too
why.
chemistry.
Listen, he was looking that lady in her eyes, snatching her soul. Like it
Mm.
was, and the scene I'm talking about that I'm gonna send you, like afterwards she cried. She cried. Like,
Oh damn.
first of all, sir, why are you touching her soul that way?
Damn.
So yeah, no, I understood
Okay.
that.
That's a good argument to wrap that up.
Yeah, gotta cut that off right now. Wrap that up.
I didn't cry last night. Why she crying?
What you whisper in her
Ah,
ear? Like, nah, 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 nah.
ah.
Mm.
And now you want it too. See, get out of my face, girl. I love you, Chris.
She researching.
Research my ass, man.
We
Get
we
out of
gonna
here.
send it to her for the research.
Yeah. FOH.
You don't know. She might want to get flowers for her throat goat. She researching.
She ain't researching
Right,
nothing.
Crystal? You researching.
She researching. Yeah, all right. It's cool. It's cool. Call it what you want. What do I know?
She's trying to get a pound cake.
I
All
get
of it
that
is for
cake
research
pounded.
purposes.
Anyway, uh, that's what you need to do is get that cake pounded. But that's another story. Um, love you, Chris. I do. Um, thank y'all for kicking it with us tonight, man. Everybody who was in the chat, everybody from Ant, Taya, Crystal, those who didn't comment. Um, Myra popped his head in, pause briefly. Um, Fobs, did I mention Krista already? I feel like I did. Um,
You did. Okay, I'm gonna be sad that he missed tonight's episode.
he sure is. Man, let me tell you, Kane, you one of Kane favorites. You are one of Kane favorites on here. He loves your
I'm
episodes.
one of Kane's favorites.
He loves your episodes. Cause I'm a
Oh,
virgin. I
that's
gotta
sweet.
learn. You ain't no virgin, man. You got kids, man. Stop it. I gotta learn all over again. All right, let me wrap this up before I curse my friend out for playing in my face. Uh, See, it's what I mean. Why some of the people I love is just a headache, man. But I love them none
Would
the
she
same.
eat a cinnamon roll for her friend?
Uh,
Because if she would, then I need to be her friend.
you know what? That could have opened up a totally different joke to go a totally different way, but I'm wrapping this episode up. On behalf of, first of all right, let's huddle it. Let's bring it in. Let's bring it in. Do you have anybody before as we bring it in? Do you have anybody you want to salute for throwing you an alley oop this week, Miss Tommy?
Man, F my whole group that is stressing me the hell out for this group project that they act like they don't know I graduate this semester and they stressing me out. And F that professor who gonna put me in a group with a bunch of football players that is like 19 and 20. And that
Okay,
ain't what you asked for, but that's what I felt.
it's not, but okay, all right. So so instead of the alley oop, we hollering at the ops. Okay, then say less. Say less. You know, fuck the other side, as a great performer once said. Um.
May their footballs not have enough air
Oh
in them
shit.
when they go to throw the pass.
May it be intercepted. May their passes be intercepted. Um.
Mm.
Who threw me a oop this week besides you? Um. Damn, didn't nobody throw me no oop this week, huh? Yeah, I don't think anybody threw me a oop this week, but it's cool. I still got my buckets where I needed to. And usually people do here and there, so you know what I mean. So I ain't gonna trip this week. But let's bring it in. And on behalf of A.C.E, my brother who you always be, on behalf of the owner of Simply Nashay Catering, the sponsor of the Two Kings 215 and Life Be Life and podcast, Denver's mom, Russ's wife, Mrs. Keish with the cake. Let's bring it in, and we're getting ready to break. Everybody get their hands in the huddle. Miss Tommy gets to pick the word after I do my closeout. As I always say, yeah, you get to pick the word for the week. You get to pick the word for the week. You're gonna close this out after I get my closeout done. As I always say, be smart, be respectful, be patient, be kind to as many people as you possibly can. I know some people make that impossible. That's fine. Forget about those people. Just make sure to be kind to yourself every day, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. Give us a word to break on. Fun word, positive word, something.
Joy.
I
Joy.
love it. I love it. I love it. We're going to break
Joy.
on joy.
You ain't always gonna be happy, but you can always hold on to joy.
That's a fact. And we breaking on that, all right? Joy on three. 1, 2, 3.
Joy.
There we go. Thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we'll catch y'all on the next one. Be safe and stay dangerous.